Hey Virgo, I hope you're doing well. This is going to be your general December reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So Virgo, we're going to go ahead and dive right on in. I'm going to read you a Yule Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle deck, and then I'm going to get into it with the Magical Nordic Tarot, and I'm going to clarify with the Yuletide Tarot. So very festive over here. So we're going to start with the Yule Oracle, okay? Virgo, first, I do want to let you know, I have a deal going on right now. It is a 3-question video reading. It's $25.25. You get it the next day. This is going to go fast, so details are below if you are interested, okay? You have card number 16, breaks down to a 7. You could be a life path 7, but you don't necessarily have to be. But 7s are the energy of truth-seeking, analyzing. I feel like the signs are around you because this is a card of divination. It is a card that represents signs. It's the Frost card. I'll show it to you because it's a really pretty card. Okay, Frost. Ice cold melting in time, a frozen glance at what lies behind, what lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. Okay, so yeah, and I mean, I also feel like this card is representing something that has kind of been put on ice. It's kind of been frozen, if you will. So I do kind of get this energy of something that has kind of been put on the back burner for a minute, you know, and that's about to come back up in the month of December. So I do feel like there's a turning point going on here. We're going to go ahead and get on into the cards and see what we got going on. But for the most part, Virgo, I really feel like you want to trust your intuition in the month of December, okay? Not your fear, you know, not any kind of paranoia, but your intuition, okay? Your intuition is more subtle. Your fear is very loud, but your intuition is subtle, and I feel like it's, you know, being reflected all around you in signs, symbols. Wow. I feel like there's this energy here, Virgo, of victory at last. Of victory at last. Some of you, if this is involving other people, somebody, you know, that maybe you are going up against for a job or in a legal situation, or if you're just trying to move on from a person who's really had their claws in you. This could be a Cancerian, a Leo, or a Capricorn, or somebody who might have their rising or Jupiter in one of these signs, okay? Let's get some more out here for Virgo. What else do we have here for Virgo? Okay. All right. Very interesting. Some of you, I feel like some sort of issue in finances is resolving, but it seems like it is kind of carrying over into a relationship matter. I don't know why it's coming through in that way, Virgo. I'm not going to read, you know, just about this, but I want to touch on it before it gets away from me because it's very specific. But I do think that for some of you, there could have been a financial issue and you resolved it, and maybe you've got a partner or you've got you know, someone you're living with, somebody who's kind of bringing something back up that you have already resolved as it pertains to work, money, business, something like that. Someone's kind of clinging to something that went wrong that might have been your fault, or maybe you dropped the ball on something, but I feel like you fixed it, and you know, you definitely don't deserve for this to be thrown back up in your face, whatever this might be for you, Virgo, because 5 of Pentacles is here, but it's showing up as emotional withdrawal. That's exactly what the card says, even though Pentacles typically represent work, money, and business. I feel like the reason it's showing up as emotional withdrawal is, for some of you, it's that situation where it's kind of lingering, okay? Moving on, though, I feel like money is good. You've got a card of stability. You've got the Ace of Pentacles on your side here. So it does feel like there's a victory. It feels like there's a turning point for you. And you even have the Lovers as the overall energy, which is a card of a turning point, okay? It is a card of kind of being at a crossroads, making a big decision that leads to a turning point. So there you go. That's your overall energy, Virgo. This is a Gemini card. Maybe you've got some Gemini in your chart. Maybe you're connected with a Gemini. Maybe you're a Gemini rising. Chariot showing up here. Cancerian energy. This is movement. It's victory. It's triumph over obstacles. So yeah, I feel like this is your December triumph, okay? Underneath that, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is luck being on your side. I feel like money could be coming in at a more steady pace than it used to be. Now, for others of you, I feel like this could be travel. Maybe you're traveling somewhere or folks are traveling to you. I feel like there is an emphasis on movement. You're seeing someone you haven't seen in a long time for some of you here. That could end up going really well also. You have the 6 of Wands showing up. It says success. So yeah, I really feel like you're on the ball. 10 of Wands, responsibility. You're carrying a big weight. And what is bothering me here about your reading, Virgo, is that somebody kind of it feels like somebody's on your back, okay? I'm not sure why it's coming through in this way, but it does. It feels like somebody might be saying, Virgo, you need to get that done. Virgo, you need to blah, 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 but you're doing it. You know, that's something that's frustrating. Maybe you've got a boss who's micromanaging you. I feel like you're doing all you can and you're doing it really well. So I definitely feel the need to say that to someone here because it seems like you are... Like somebody's just kind of over your shoulder telling you to do things that you're already doing. So yeah, it's frustrating. You've got the Four of Pentacles here. It says stability. Underneath that you have the Five of Pentacles, emotional withdrawal. Somebody's holding on to you here. A Capricorn or a Taurus possibly. Or somebody who has rising or Mercury in one of those signs. But I also feel you kind of withdrawing because you're focused on your stability. So you could be in a space in December where it's like, okay, I've got to get my ducks in a row. And it feels like there's a pressure there with that Ten of Wands showing up. You feel a responsibility to something. But I feel like there's a nagging energy there that needs to quiet down. They need to pipe down. Let's see what else we've got here for Virgo. We've got the Ten of Good Cheer showing up here, Virgo. This is a card of happiness. It's a card of emotional fulfillment. I really feel like you're on the ball and you're doing a great job. So if there's someone around you who's making you feel like you're not doing a great job, I feel like this is somebody, they're coming from a place of nerves. I feel like somebody's nervous that something's not going to work out or something is not going to happen on time. So there's something odd about that. Somebody around you is antsy and they need to cool it because I feel like it is kind of affecting your energy in a way. I do think a person kind of wants to meet up with you. You may see somebody kind of bugging you about this in the month of December. For some of you, a person is like, when are we going to meet up? Or when are we going to meet in general? When am I going to take you out? I do kind of feel that energy here as well for some of you, Virgo. A person just hitting on you relentlessly in the month of December. And maybe you do end up giving this individual a chance. It might be an earth sign or a Cancer or a Pisces. What else do we have here for Virgo? We have the Three of Good Cheer, Three of Cups, getting together with people. Some of you, this is a reunion. This is reuniting. It doesn't necessarily have to be with an ex, you know, unless, of course, that's something you want. It could represent that, but it really just feels to me like you're spending time with folks. You're celebrating something. You've accomplished something, and you're sitting around with people here, Virgo, and you're like, this is the turning point. You know, finally a victory after all this responsibility and all of this hard work. I feel like you're able to kick back and relax, and I'm feeling this sense of relief in your family as well here, Virgo. Some of you, there's been some family troubles, and I feel like there's this sense of relief. Somebody's home or somebody's doing well, or, you know, I get that energy here. What else do we have? You're feeling grateful. You're feeling like there was a miracle or there was a gift that's been given already in this holiday season. Six of Canes, Six of Swords, forward movement. Yeah, I feel like if you've been in this period of emotional withdrawal, you're going to start connecting with people again, or people are going to start connecting with you again, because honestly, there is an emphasis on connections here, but also it's a turning point here in December for sure. Definitely see some sort of progress within your stability. And maintaining that balance, because that Five of Pentacles showing up, it says emotional withdrawal on the card. Like, I didn't just change the meaning of the card. That's how it's showing up in this deck in particular. So even though Five of Pentacles represents money and work and things of that nature, I do feel like there's progress in that area. Judging by the Six of Swords being the card that shows up to clarify it. But I also feel that there's forward movement from something that has caused you to withdraw. So say, for example, if you have had somebody around you who's antsy and who's on your back, on your neck, whatever, I feel like there is some sort of forward movement with that. Like they move on to something else, or the issue, you know, is resolved, and so that energy doesn't progress. So that's what I'm getting here for you. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be, Virgo. Don't forget that I do read for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement, so feel free to watch out for your other signs. You could also check out that deal that I have going on. It is a 3-question video reading. It is $25.25. You get it the next day. So everything is down there if you're interested, of course. But Virgo, if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Y'all take care. Bye.